Good morning. It's Tuesday Inspiration with Toby. I'm glad to be with you today. I'm glad you'll be listening to me today. Today's topic is regards. Regards. To have regards is to have respect for something or to hold something in high esteem or to value a particular thing. So many people have a lot of things they can do. So many people have things they are into, so many things they ventured into, but somehow they just want to ignore these things. Sometimes it's intentional. Sometimes they are ignorant of the fact that they are ignoring these things they can do, and they begin to look down upon themselves. See, there's a big deal in how well you carry yourself. There's a big deal in how well you carry your skill, your craft, how well you project yourself, how well you begin to tell people about what you do, how well you begin to impact lives. There's a whole big deal. There's a whole lot that you've got to invest in yourself, and you have to keep making sure that you're having a high standard for yourself. You must learn to have high standards for yourself. You must learn to ensure that, yes, if I can do this thing, yes, I know I can do it, and I take pride in it, that yes, I can do this, and people begin to treat you the same way. The more you begin to neglect yourself, the more you begin to neglect your skills, your potentials, the more people also start to disrespect you. People start to disrespect you. People start to pay less or no attention to what you do. If you value yourself, if you put yourself in a high place, if you place yourself in a high standard, then people will be automatically begin to follow you in that manner. If you have a high opinion of yourself, for example, and you know that yes, you can actually do something, people begin to follow through and begin to say, yes, this guy is a guy of great repute. This guy is somebody who can do this, he can do that. They begin to associate themselves with you, not because of who you really are, but because of the standard and the value that you've placed upon yourself. You want to wonder why so many products sell for high rates and people still rush them. It is because of the value the producers have placed on that particular product. It is because of the standards, the high standards that they've placed on that particular product. Regardless of the cost, people begin to buy it. Why do people like to buy things in shopping malls, for example, than to buy on the street? Because they feel like, oh, the well packaged one, in most cases, I'm not saying all cases, is going to be original than the one they sell on the street, which might not actually be the truth. It might be that the one on the streets that you're neglecting is actually what is more original, or it might just be of the same standard, but because of the packaging, because of the environment, because of the atmosphere, because of the value placed, because of how uniquely kept they are in the mall, you begin to see that, oh, like this makes more sense than the one I get on my street. It might not be, because of the value placed on it. That's why people go for things that are higher in cost or in rates than things that are lesser. Sometimes you want to get something lesser and you feel like, oh, if they sell this thing for me at this rate, could it be original? It might be original, but it's because of the value that has been placed on it by the seller, or the way the environment looks like. Then you see that it might not really look like something that is attractive. If you place high values on yourself, if you regard yourself, if you give respect to your skills and all that you could do, you'd see that people begin to do that in return. If you must succeed, you must respect your skills, you must respect your craft, you must ensure that you are giving your skills, your craft, the highest attention possible. This is from Bobe Soma. He said, having a low opinion of yourself is not modesty, it is self destruction. Holding your uniqueness in high regard is not egotism, It is a necessary precondition to happiness and success. That is from Bob Soma. I want to tell you that, see, what much more than you're doing right now. Just respect your skill and keep working on getting better. Every day you strive to get better, that day you begin to get better. Every day, every second you try to get better. You tell yourself, like, oh, I want to get better in the next 5 seconds. You see that automatically these things begin to happen. It's not magic, it's what you give in that would come out. It is what you send into a computer system, for example, the command you send into a computer system, for example, that would come out. Sometimes when there are errors, it will be because there are some codes or things that are not rightly put in. So you have to like look at it again and see what the problem is exactly. So look at your skill, look at your craft. Why don't people value you? Why don't you value yourself? You have to look at that and begin to pay high attention and regard your skill like that's all you've got, because basically that's all you've got. Thank you very much for joining me on Tuesday Inspiration with Toby. Please pay attention to your skills. Please have a high standard, have a high value, and give regards to your skills and your craft. Respect them, and people will follow suit. Thank you very much for joining me again. I'll see you next week, Tuesday. Bye.